Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I just made a few minor adjustments. CatMac28 here. Welcome to my channel. We are Farm Sim 19, and this is my large chicken farm. And we got back our $16,000 loss from the deformation company that planted our shed and made such a mess of that area. So we are, there's our shed there. So we are stuck with the shed the way it is, and this silly wall of dirt, but we'll go ahead and live with it. And while we're chatting, we'll continue this. We are planting wheat. We know we need wheat, of course, for our chickens. This is my early morning stream. I woke up 4:30 this morning, so not by choice. I just woke up. I was well rested and I felt good, so I got up and here I am. Got my trusty cup of coffee. So we're going to seed a field, and it's going to take as long as it takes. It's 1:39 in the afternoon, farm time. And we already have several pallets of eggs in the back of the pickup. So we'll let them build up overnight. I have not counted the chickens. I don't think we've had a chicken birth yet. But we also need to get some more feed because they are getting low. And if you remember yesterday, last episode, my G27 steering wheel bit the dust. So I may take it apart and look at it mess around with it a little, but something in there broke. I think it's mechanical. But I just went ahead and ordered the G920 and from Amazon. And Iannone, who is on with us now, though his microphone is muted. He works at Amazon. He's working in the warehouse. And so I do try and whatever you might think of, what's his name? The owner of Amazon. My son works there, so good, bad, or indifferent, I do, when I buy online, I buy from Amazon. And so, anyway, a lot of guys hate the owner. I can't think of his name, but anyway. I don't. My son works there. So my wife is still in Israel. It's been an extremely long time. But I see her next week. We're going to meet in Greece, in Athens. So that'll be good. We'll spend a week together. And we decided to do that instead of me going to Tel Aviv. If I go to Israel, she's surrounded by family, and we would have no time together. And being apart for so long, she left October 14th. So I want to spend every minute with her, and if we're with family, you know, we won't have that ability. So we decided to go to Athens. We'll meet there and get reacquainted. And I'm so happy. I was watching on YouTube one of Arthur's streams. I watched the football game Sunday night because it was Green Bay Packers. And so he was streaming, and I try to keep up with his streams. And he, I'm happy for him, he met someone, a British gal, and they are serious friends. So that's awesome. Congrats. Since I've been watching Arthur specifically, I have been dumped by Sharon and met Iannone and had a courtship and finally got married. So I know what it's like. He's his divorce was, talked about on his YouTube channel by him quite a bit. We all got to know, what was going on, and it really made me happy to hear that he now has someone again that he's interested in, and that's interested in him. So, yay! Congratulations, Arthur. After this video, we're in 10 minutes, and I need to go off and produce some videos. I have quite a few to get out onto YouTube. I've been playing so much and not doing any production. But you'll hear me slightly complain about the game. Let's face it, no game is perfect. The big flaw, of course, is how the placeables deform the ground. You can't really see what it's going to do. Moving the placeable vertically helps quite a bit, but you still can't tell what it's doing. So I think they need to tweak that a little bit. And then I have not updated Giants Editor, and I'll be messing around with a map of my own. I don't know what changes they've made to Giants Editor, but hopefully they got it updated pretty well. So that we can enjoy modding again. So I'll be messing with that. I'm gonna let the movies render the YouTube videos. Pardon me. I'll be out today for part of the day. I got, right after my Athens trip, I got school. Oh, starting small. Don't know what achievement that is, but I just got it. Probably a certain number of acres, or they actually, for the achievements, they still only use hectares. Even though I'm using acres in this game. A certain number of hectares sown. And I believe that is across all games. So on my test map, I have to do grass over there. But I'm going to, on the test map, I'm going to play around with planting a bunch of buildings, sheds, whatnot, and see if I can basically get a little better. And we're gonna do an all animal farm, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it here or on the Fells map. But I've been working on my large chicken farm. See if I can make a go of it. We have one level of fertilization. I don't know if we can afford the sprayer. And then, of course, we have weeds to go. We didn't need lime. We used a culti-plow, so we plowed and cultivated. And interestingly, when you look at the soil composition, it doesn't show that it's plowed. And so I'm not really sure why, but hopefully, you know, they'll be sure all that stuff is tweaked over the next few game patches. The other thing I noticed is, well, I switched back. Yeah, I left my G27 settings because that died. So I went back and I just reset to default, and I turned gamepad off, and I had a little trouble with starting and stopping the engine. The enter key seemed to not be mapped anymore. And so I went in and tweaked it and just used the right control key. And then I was messing around and I restarted the game and the enter key worked fine. So I don't know, you know, keys get unmapped somehow, some way. Because right now I have all the default settings for keyboard and mouse. Gamepad's off. And of course, in the default, you have to start the engine with the enter key. And it worked just, you know, on this video. I got in this tractor and started the engine. We'll see if that dies again. Now, tomorrow, my 920 should be in. So maybe I'll do a video on setting that up and getting it to work with Farm Sim 19. So we shall see. I am determined to drink all my coffee before it gets cold. This is fairly big field. For this little sewing machine. But even on the middle setting, which is called Farm Manager, it's a tough go. Now, I suppose I didn't even fill the chicken coops to capacity. I suppose I could have had one coop. Well, and one large and one small. The small, of course, having the roosters in there in order to produce chickens for sale. And the large coop to produce the eggs. My dad was born in 21, and they were raising chickens. And you know, back then it's a small family business, family chicken farm. And they, of course, gathered the eggs and sold them, and they raised the chickens and slaughtered them and sold them as people ordered. Well, then when he was 8, he came to America with his father, and they settled in my hometown, Buffalo, New York. And they bought a store with a house behind it. The house was a duplex, and they rented out one floor, and we lived on one floor. And they had the poultry market out front, so Dad's commute to work was to walk down the driveway, because the buildings actually weren't connected. So, so we thought that was pretty awesome. And then the legacy of chickens in my past, and honoring my father for what he did. He's now passed on. Made me want to make a go of this chicken farm in Farm Sim 19. In 17, chickens were paid scant attention. You had some, and you really didn't have to do anything to them but collect their eggs. Here they're an actual animal that you have to care for. So having the ability to buy the roosters made me think, oh, well, they're obviously, you can sell chickens for meat, and of course, you can raise chickens for eggs. So that's what I'm doing, and again, I started a small farm, and I really made a lot of mistakes, and thought about what I really needed to do, and I went ahead and started this Field 3 experiment. So this is Captain Mac's experimental large chicken farm, and it's a tough go. If we didn't get that refund from the Easy Shed Company, we would be down around $8,000. So, knowing that I'm going to have to be buying some wheat and barley, I guess you only buy wheat, chicken feed, and it happens to be wheat from the store. But it comes in 1,000-liter pallets, and that doesn't go too far with as many chickens as I have. So, in fact, when we get to the bottom of this row, we're going to go ahead and check real quick. Giants changed how you check your animals. If you only have one pen, it's okay. Yes, saving content, okay. But I have the large chicken coop, the chicken coop, and another large chicken coop. So you see they're at 99%, but you have to click on each one of these, and it tells you how much, and it doesn't give you the total. I mean, add this stuff up, dudes. Come on. But it says these brown chickens have laid 16 liters of eggs. Same here and same here. In the chicken coop, they've laid 3 eggs. The roosters, of course, well, they say 3 eggs too. Yeah, they should clean this up. This is not exactly right. But my productivity across the board is 99%. And it says next animal in an hour and 30 minutes. In the chicken coop, next animal in 7 hours. That's where the roosters are. And in this one, next animal in an hour and 30 minutes. And these large chicken coops don't have any roosters. So they haven't got it quite right. But anyway, in the chicken coop, I got 20, 40, 61, and so I'm 11 up. I'm going to keep 50 in here plus 2 roosters. So I could sell, I could sell 11 out of here uh, to recover some money. Let's get back to work on the field. Slow and steady wins the race. Just got to keep plugging away when you got a big field and a small tractor. Saving grace on field 3 was that you had sunflowers, and they were at the beginning of the game. They were just about ready to be harvested, and as you played by, I don't know, by 9 in the morning, 3 hours into the game, they were ready, and they paid 30. Let's see, about 14, 14, 14, and 7, basically. 28, 38, 42, and 740. They paid just under $50,000. And let's see if we can see that. Oh. Harvest income, 51,518. So, just over $50,000. And that really was the saving grace. For this particular field. In my first chicken farm game, I sold 1 pallet, and it gave me $52. So I'm a little bit leery. I still think chickens are going to be kind of an ancillary animal to raise. You got to do something other than that to really make a go of it. And we're going to have a tough time here. We've got some ground deformations that are odd at this end of the field. We'll deal with it, but of course we all like just plain fat or very slightly rolling fields with large amounts of headway. But I don't want to lose any more of this field. And I really hope somebody brings in the ground modification mod. I already have the roller. Even if they use a different roller, I'll sell the one I have. We're gonna make it. The coffee's not piping hot anymore, but I think I'll finish it before it gets ice cold. I'm going to look into track IR. I've heard good things about it, but it'll wait till the next paycheck. I got a huge month coming up in December, 108 hours of pay, and so that's those checks are going to be ginormous. So yay! I'll get my son's college loan paid off, and try to have a big January too. And then I can pay off my care credit card. And I will be well on my way. My wife and I are looking at houses, and that's always a fun, fascinating thing to do. So we want, well, my wife makes no plans. It's kind of funny. We're going to go to the British Virgin Islands and charter a sailboat for a week. And she's like, what are you telling me? You know, she just wants to know a couple days before, so I got to do all the legwork, and that's fine. I'll tell her, pack up, you know, we're going to be on a sailboat for a week in the Caribbean. Bring the appropriate clothes and bathing suits. The problem is I got to get all of our people together. So I think hopefully we can do all the Moroccan people. It's a good group of friends from Morocco. My wife is Moroccan. And we'll go do that. And the boat has 4 cabins. The captain and his girlfriend, who I work with, that's how I found them, will of course be in their cabin. And then they rent out 3 and do a trip around the British Virgin Islands. So I'm really looking forward to that. Spring's pretty booked up, but February is open, and he starts up in January. So we'll be doing that, and then hopefully I got someone, a couple that's interested in a cabin cruiser, and mine's going for sale when I get the work done on it. It's in refit now. So, and when you refit piecemeal, it takes a long time. It's been over a year. but one completely rebuilt engine and one engine that had a new top end electronic ignition. They have to do the generator, the air conditioners, electrical system, and then I have to scrub and wax, and then it's teak time. I have quite a bit of teak on the outside of the boat, you know, and it's exposed to the air. It's tough to maintain, but it's doable. It's a labor of love, and then I'll get that boat sold, and then I'll just have my little boat, which is a whole lot of fun. It's a bass boat. And we'll do fishing and boat rides. My brother makes, he paints fishing lures from blanks that he buys. And he made me a dozen, plus he threw in a bunch of jigs and chatterbaits. So I got a brand new set of shallow and mid-diving cranks. I'll go chase some bass here in South Florida. Looking forward to that. So I got a lot going on. School for me is, they've got it down to 3 days. We're in class basically one day. And then the next day you have either flight training and a class, or a class and flight training. And the last day is your check ride. The flight training is 4 hours. The check ride is 2 hours, and then after that you have another 2-hour session of flight training, and that's the advanced maneuvers, all that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm out of seed almost. Not going to be able to finish. I guess I should go get the seed now instead of, I won't finish the row. There's a car right behind me, but I'm leaving him in the dust. Now I left the seeds down here at the shop to save money. That's it, man. But it's more than enough to finish the job. All right. Interestingly, you don't have to water the chickens. So that's kind of weird, but I really, in all honesty, I don't know if you ever water the chickens. I mean, they live in the open air, and so maybe the rainwater that collects in their little feeding thingies is enough. You feed them with a small trough, just like the other animals. Dump the wheat or the barley in there. All right. Well, 48 minutes. We haven't done much but plant this field. But we're getting her done. The second stage of fertilization has to happen. And interestingly, weeding doesn't count like it used to as a form of fertilization. In the same way, it kind of does, but they don't call it fertilization. Weeds have their own separate category. And of course, they've introduced lime caulk into the game. And that's the soil preparation. I believe it's does about the same as adding nitrogen to the soil. In the U.S., we use anhydrous nitrogen, and you can see the tanks. They look like propane tanks in farmers' fields, but they'll say anhydrous nitrogen on them. And I'm not sure how it's spread, but we're using caulk or lime here in Farm Sim 19 to prepare the soil. So it's good. Yeah, so you can't quite get that little spot. Oh, we got it. Done and done. End of this line. Yeehaw! All right. That just drops, instantly releases the pipe. Okay. All right. Let's go take care of our feed. Now, we're in experimental mode. I want to put the weight on the back and see if I can tow the tipper. Yes. Okay. All right. Oh my God, I hate driving with the keyboard. Too fast for that turn. Shoot, I gotta open that up. Now I gotta buy. Yikes. Get our get our chickens fed. Call it an episode. Well, we'll collect the eggs, put them in the pickup truck. All right. Okay, now we have 3,000, so we gotta kind of put only 1,000 in here. It's gonna be tough, yeah. See, that's the problem with doing it this way. Okay, there's proof that all 3 chicken pens produce eggs. All right. That's done. Let's go get our shovel. Oh, cleaning up the animal pens. I tried a lot of the mods, you know, and I ended up I just used the shovel. It's the fastest, most efficient, most cost-effective way. That's it. Animals are clean. Woohoo! All right. I'm going to leave these eggs here because I want to see. I know that they'll do 2 pallets. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And I don't think you can raise this. I think you have to be inside, which is okay. So let's go ahead and there. Let's go ahead and sell these eggs. And then we'll be ready to advance to the next day. Eggs at the barn. Right there. It's our beacon. Our beacon of, let's start the engine first, Captain Mac. Now they're $333 per 1,000 liters. So I don't know how much we're gonna get. right before this building, there's a little dirt road to the right. Oh, it's paved even. Okay. They don't sell out of the back of the pickup. They don't sell there. There's another spot over here. They don't sell there. What is this? This is zero information. There's something else that's broke. Where did I sell them last time? What was I looking at? I must have been looking at silage. Okay. The restaurant. I just looked at the wrong column. That's all. Nothing's broke. Got to go back into town. So this is the barn. You got to see that. There we go. Well, they didn't all sell. And you don't make much with eggs. At all. That's unfortunate. Well, this one won't even sell. Well, that's wild. Stack it up over here. Don't know why. But eggs are worthless unless you have a whole lot more. We didn't even get close to $1,000. So, pickup truck wasn't full, but you don't make money off eggs. You just don't. They're definitely just a little ancillary side business. I got room for 800, 900 chickens. And we'll see with that many, of course you need lots of wheat. All right. One last thing. And I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to. All right. And this guy, of course, washes all of our stuff. Now, he won't reach. He won't reach everything. That's it. We have to drive closer. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to gather my laundry and put it in and do breakfast and some other ancillary projects and produce some videos, upload them to YouTube. So I got my work cut out for me today. So, with all that, thank you very much, and I will see you on the farm. Good day.